Studio time is 12 minutes gone past the hour, 7 on the AM side. It's a Monday, the 18th day in the month of May 2026. My name is Uduak Daniel. Might I also let you in on the fact that yesterday, yesterday was a golden day, if you like. That's not yesterday, May 16, yeah? It was International Day of Living Together in Peace. And it got the theme, Building Trust Through Dialogue, Inclusion, and Reconciliation, right? That was on May 16. Now on May 17, that was yesterday, World Telecommunication and Information Society Day. It was yesterday, right? And it's very important for you to know that. And still on May 16 now, if I'm not mistaken, it was also International Day of Light, right? I just thought you should know these things, right? This is Eagles Morning Rises Breakfast Show, is how we start your day the right way. I'll stand on existing protocols and just say, Una, good morning, right? And let us see how we can dabble into some things that you ought to know this morning. It's very important for us to put it out there for you. Remember, my time on here is going to be terminating at the 12 noon mark, right? At 12 noon, but today in 60 seconds, that'll be all. And that's the time that I'll be spending on with you on here. And in this hour, of course, we're looking to the front page of Nigerian newspapers. 8 o'clock, Alan Smith's going to be here. Sports on the Eagles' wings. And 9 o'clock, we talk politics and current affairs. On the flip side of 10, of course, General Open Banter comes through and music for you at the 11 o'clock hour. And you already know what the 12 o'clock hour is all about. Now, Senate President Godswill Akpabio, his deputy Jibrin Barao, Senate Leader Opeyemi Bamidele, Senate Chief Whip Mohammed Tahir Monguno, alongside 5 serving governors and former governors, are among prominent figures expected to contest in today's senatorial primaries of the All Progressives Congress APC. That being said, Sultan of Sokoto and President General Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs Mohammed Saad Abubakar has declared Monday 18 May 2026 as the first day of Zulhijjah. All right, and this was contained in a statement issued Sunday night by Wazirin Sokoto and Chairman Advisory Committee on Religious Affairs, Sultanate Council Sokoto, Professor Sambo Wali Junaidu. All right. I just wish that these guys can indeed talk about the insecurity too, as much as they're also observing, this religious dates. But then let's talk about this one in Oyo State. The Oyo State Security Network Agency, Amotekun Call, has launched intensive forest and community-wide operation following the abduction of dozens of pupils and a teacher during coordinated attacks on 3 schools in Orire, local government area of Oyo State. Now, Commandant of the Corps, Colonel Olayonju Olayinka, retired, confirmed on Sunday that Amotekun operatives are at the forefront of ongoing rescue efforts. Now, I should also bring it out to you that a yet to be identified man was shot dead, while several others sustained injuries during a violent clash that erupted at the All Progressives Congress APC primary election in the Ikotun area of Lagos State, and that was on Saturday. It was also learned on Sunday that the incident occurred during the party's primary election held at a primary school in the Egbe area of the community. That's really sad. A fresh power tussle has erupted in the Labour Party as Abia State Governor Alex Otti and the party's national leadership clashed with embattled former national chairman Julius Abure over the sale of nomination forms ahead of 2027 general elections. Abure was accused of acting in defiance of court rulings in the position of the Independent National Electoral Commission, that is INEC. Abia State Police Command has arrested 3 suspects allegedly involved in the abduction of 2 children from Rivers State while successfully remitting the victims with their parents, or reuniting, I beg your pardon, the victims with their parents. The command disclosed this in a statement issued on Sunday by the Police Public Relations Officer DSP Maureen Chinaka on behalf of the Commissioner of Police Danladi Isa. Now, the permanent secretary for the Special Services in the Office of Secretary to the Bauchi State Government, Shehu Yahya Jalam, has died in Makkah, Saudi Arabia, while participating in this year's Hajj pilgrimage. Jalam passed away in the early hours of Sunday after a brief illness. The national chairman of the People's Redemption Party, Dr. Hakeem Baba Ahmed, has declared that he would work to ensure President Bola Tinubu is not re-elected in the 2027 general election. Baba Ahmed, a former special advisor on political matters to Tinubu, stated this on Sunday during an interview on national television, while reacting to claims that he was working for the president following his previous role in Tinubu's administration. Okay, something about the Nigerian Navy dismantling an illegally reconstructed refining cluster along the Rivers Bayelsa border, recovering about 8,500 liters of suspected petroleum products. Navy Captain Abiodun Folorunsho, the Director of Naval Information, made this known in a statement on Sunday in Abuja. Okay, now, then the police command in Enugu State has confirmed the arrest of suspects linked to 2 separate murder cases in Igbo Etiti local government area. Police spokesman Daniel Ndukwe disclosed this in a statement issued on Sunday in Enugu. Ndukwe said both incidents happened on Friday, May 15, in separate communities, sending shockwaves across residents of the affected areas. All right, now let's look into the front page of Nigerian newspapers. But in case you're just tuning in for the first time and you're wondering where you're at, this is Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Yes, we give you an audio-visual television radio experience that you can count on anytime, any day. And we say this in strong authority because we've got the bragging rights. Yes, we say it loudly and proudly because you gave us that bragging right. Now, in this very segment, after reeling out what's on the front page of Nigerian newspapers, you get to put a call through in the most civil and responsible way as you give your thoughts, your 2 cents. Let me know, what your thoughts would be, your reactions and all of that. But it has to be very civil, very constructive. It has to be based on fact and not hearsay, all right, on this very platform. The numbers I will reel out right now, because I may not have the time to reel them out again. So the number for you to call to connect would be 0907 353 0044. The other number is 0908 766 8888. And the WhatsApp portal number is 0909 705 4450. All right, these are the numbers that you can indeed call already or connect with, and we will indeed be here 1 minute 30 seconds, 1 minute 35 seconds at most, please. Let's not exceed that time limit. All right, now let's look into the front page already. I mean, it's a very smart conversation this morning. I mean, the big story on the front page of the Daily Trust newspaper for today is APC reps primaries. Irregularity claims shock defeat for incumbents. All right, irregularity claims shock defeats for incumbents. There's a lot of incumbents now who would not be returning. I mean, there's been a lot of defeat for them. Continued on pages 3, 4, and 5 to show you how serious that conversation is. 4 days after Borno or your school children still in captivity. 4 days after Borno or your school children still in captivity, page 6. To page 5, -1 from 6, you get 5. And this one says, Akpabio, Barao, 7 governors battle for senatorial tickets today. Page 29 now, Nigerians spend 5.43 trillion naira on petrol in quarter 1. All right, that's a huge conversation there. And we'll bring this one to you. It's a big story. It's found on page 8 of the Daily Trust newspaper. How terrorists killed 17 police officers, soldiers in Yobe. That is really really disgusting, if you ask me. But that's what we find on the front page of Nigerian newspapers this morning. And so we say bye-bye to the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. And ushering the Nation newspaper would be the voice of Madam Omo, as she has been in the studio, but this time she's offering that wonderful voice of hers in the discourse. Good morning, Madam Omo.
Good morning, UD.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you very much.
Right, how's Ochanya?
She's fine.
Oh,
she's doing
good.
amazing.
All right. I heard a voice a while ago. But anyways, all right, let's look into the Nation newspapers. Though.
All right, the Nation newspaper leads with governors, heavyweights are gone for APC Senate tickets, big battles in Ogun, Delta, Kano, Edo, Gombe, others. Smooth sail for Akpabio, Barao, Bamidele, Abiru, Oshomole, Buni. Now, these are the riders underneath that story, and you see the highlights right there also on the front page of the Nation newspaper with the photographs of almost all the names that I've just, mentioned, all right? That is, of course, the big news story on the Nation newspaper this morning. Details on the front page, it continues right on page 2. Wigwe's passing almost stopped Bielsa Power Project, says Diri. Details on page 6 of the Nation newspaper. Now, Dangote pushes for food security in Africa with fertilizer plants. You find that one on page 19. Why release of federal government's quarterly budget reports is delayed. This is coming from the Director General. All right. Find details on page, the front page, and move on to page 3 to, continue the story. Tough conditions for contract variation, BPP issues guidelines. Find details on the front page also, and it continues on page 3. Moving on to page 19, interest rate inflation top CBN's policy meeting. All right, that's on page 10. And moving on to page 36, kidnappers of pupils trapped inside Oyo National Park.
Wow.
Kidnappers of pupils trapped inside Oyo National Park. Well, this is to tell you that the issues, they are not just Hydra-headed, but of course they've spread their wings across the country. It's not just, in the northern part of the country anymore. But please, we should, stay watchful. That's on page 36. And BOI gets $200 million AFDB loan to support industrial sector. That's the Bank of Industry, by the way. Yeah. And we'll leave it there for the Nation newspaper.
All right, moving away from the Nation now, the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Just above the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, there's something that's causing a stir now, is beginning to become an international pandemic if not handled properly. I'm talking about Ebola, right? WHO declares emergency as Ebola outbreak kills over 80 in DR Congo, right? And it's found on page 26. Now we take you to page 6 now, and it says Nigeria not in debt crisis, but doesn't have to borrow. Experts are saying that Nigeria, we are not in a debt crisis, but we don't even have to borrow. Experts are saying that, and they've given us highlights on other options. Right now, page 3 here, NLC pushes for fresh wage review as 70,000 naira implementation crisis worsens. Okay, what's going to be the fate of that if the 70,000 naira agreed has not been agreed into the accounts of Nigerians who are indeed eligible for it? What happens? I mean, people are still being paid in the private sector 25,000 naira monthly, 30,000 naira monthly, and you want them to survive? I'm serious. I'm giving you hard proof, hard conversation.
25,000, 30,000 naira.
25,000, 30,000. After all, we feed you. We feed you. You live with us, so we feed you. That's the idea. In this country, accuses 17 states, FCT, of non-implementation of current minimum wage. So even the Federal Capital Territory is indeed dragged into it.
Now there are so many states lagging behind. I'm sorry to abort you. The other day we had a conversation around, unpaid pensions, and of course, non-implementation of this pension, agreement, right? By, was it 33 states?
Yes.
If I recall.
Yes.
And now we have 17 states who are yet to implement the 17 70,000 naira minimum wage. And, the NLC or trade unions are about to resume talks for a fresh, review come next month. And you begin to wonder what exactly is the fate of workers across these 17 states who, have not even been able to enjoy the 70,000 naira minimum wage.
You see that? And just recently, of course, we saw how the NLC boss has also come out to saying that the power sector is the biggest scam. Biggest scam in Nigeria. Anyways, though, the big story on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, you find this one on page 22 as APC holds Senate primaries today. Ogun East, Kwara Central, Imo West remain contentious. Senators plot return tickets. Daniel campaign organizations direct supporters to boycott Ogun East primary. Controversies hit reps primaries as more candidates emerge. All right, airtime lending freeze persists. Despite court orders, affects 40 million Nigerians. Page 5 has got that story. Airtime lending freeze persists. Despite court orders, affects 40 million Nigerians. Aren't you guys even doing us a favor? I mean, freeze it. Airtime lending, freeze it. People can
Honestly, because
up to 10,000 naira, 20,000 naira. Hello? Come on, freeze it, because I don't even see what we are gaining from this thing. Honestly, page 5, you'd find that one though. All right, page 3, you see this one. Saudi authorities declare May 26 Arafat, May 27 Eid al-Adha. All right. BOI, Bank of Industry, secures $200 million financing facility from AFDB Group to aid Nigeria's industrial transformation. Oh, I hope, I pray. Anyways, page 6 has got that one. I know an average Nigerian will say that, I pray. But BOI is securing $200 million financing facility from AFDB Group to aid what? Nigeria's industrial transformation. All right? Long time coming. Scientists reverse stroke damage using stem cells. Oh, that's some breakthrough. Page 25. Abducted Oyo school principal teacher in videos. Appeal for rescue of students, teachers. Police subject viral videos to forensic analysis. Yoruba land now under siege. Afenifere raises alarm. Not just Southwest governors on attacks in Oyo, Ekiti, Ogun, Ondo, Kwara. Oyo deputy governor visits community, says security agencies on top of the situation. Pages 2, 3, and 26. It's got that one.
All right, now let's take a look at the Vanguard newspaper, and it is looking busy as usual. Ebola is the kicker. NCDC activates emergency surveillance as World Health Organization declares international emergency. Find details on page 9. I mean, we shouldn't take this story for granted.
No.
We shouldn't even treat it, with kids' gloves. I already sanitized my hands. Please do same.
Let me do the same.
I know it's not
please.
COVID, but listen, this is an emergency.
True.
All right, now kidnappings are still taking the lead on here. Senate vows to fast track state police as IGP visits Oyo. That's on page 38. Manufacturing exports stagnates despite rising trade value, and this comes with 3 riders underneath it. Manufacturers blame structural weaknesses. It signals fundamental imbalance in export structure. CPPE talking there, while the last rider says quality standardization challenges compound problem. Find details on page 11 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning.
Right.
And APC primaries are taking the lead also on the Vanguard newspaper. Powerful reps among 50 losers.
Whoa.
Mutu, Gagdi, Etaba, Ihobere, others miss out. Speaker Abbas, a deputy, others secure return tickets. All right, find details on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper. And you see this advertorial right here on the front page. It said, from activism to power, why Nigerians are standing with Tinubu again.
Ooh.
In bracket 2027 to 2031. That is an advertorial, by the way.
Okay.
You might want to take a look at it.
That's right.
And this one here says, past sector, biggest scam in Nigeria. This statement is credited to the president of NLC, Joe Ajero.
Yeah.
Find details on page 14. This is definitely going to cause a stir.
It is a stir.
Pencom plans jumbo pension for police. Should we ring the bell to that?
Okay, where's the bell?
Oh, yeah. All right, that's on page 8.
But some family members will say,
Don't be in a hurry.
why are you in a hurry?
Oh, okay.
Wait, let them give
Let's wait
the
for
jumbo
implementation.
plan.
Okay. All right, we'll wait. Our fingers are crossed.
That's right.
Now, fertilizer plants, Dangote vows to ensure food security in Africa. That's on page 12.
Mind you, the plants are not in Nigeria. I should put it out there.
Okay.
He has decided to spend another $4 billion in where the plant is Ethiopia. They gave him a presidential welcome, actually.
Well, and I see the photograph of Dangote and, being welcomed by the Prime Minister of Ethiopia, Abiy Ahmed, Okay. Well, talking about bilateral relations, business
That's right.
and all of that.
Yeah. Well, what can we say, though? Let's just go pay some bills. We'll be right back in a short bit. When we do come back, you let us know your thoughts on which of these headlines jumps at you, pops at you, tickles your fancy, or begs for your reaction.
Sorry for the inconvenience.
I suppose it was inevitable. Eagles 102.3.
Are you looking for a Catholic school that combines both academic excellence with strong moral values? Dominican College Abuja, an ultra-modern Catholic co-educational boarding school, is now offering admission into JSS 1 to SS2 for the 2026-2027 academic session. At Dominican College, your child benefits from spacious classrooms, a well-equipped library, modern science and ICT laboratories, excellent sports facilities, and a serene and secured learning environment. Qualified staff, 24-hour electricity for learning, functional school clinic, and top-level security. Entrance examinations are available both online and offline at Dominican College Kwali and St. Aloysius School, Garki, Area 3. Upcoming exam dates include May 16th, 30th, June 13th, 27th, July 11th, 25th, and August 1st and 15th, 2026. Give your child the advantage of quality education and character formation. Call us now on 0806 21 65455. That is 080 6216 5455, or visit dominicancollegeabuja.org to apply. Dominican College Abuja, Veritas et Servitum, Truth and Service.
Please listen to this announcement. Are you a woman between the ages of 35 to 55 years? Do you have a scan that shows that you have fibroid? Any of these bothers you or anyone you know? Push Africa has brought good news for you. Push Africa, in partnership with Mercy Health Hospital, Abuja, is carrying out 100 free surgeries for women with fibrosis this month, and you can benefit by simply booking for a free consultation with one of our expert gynecologists. For more information, visit www.mercyhospital.africa or call or WhatsApp 091 199 90037 091 199 90037. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you ready to get ahead and take your future global? This May, staff from the University of Sunderland brings you a life-changing opportunity. Get Ahead Abuja FCT 2026 edition. Live at the Transcorp Hilton Abuja. Date Wednesday, May 20th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Meet international university representatives face to face. Get instant admissions, free visa support, and enjoy scholarships of up to £6,000. Whether you're planning undergraduate or postgraduate study, this is your fast track to studying and living in the UK. No stress, no delays, just real opportunities. And guess what? Entry is absolutely free. For inquiries, call 0704 340 0133 or email dorothy.ek@sunderland.ac.uk. Don't miss it. Limited slots available. Get Ahead Abuja FCT 2026. Your journey starts here.
Have you been looking for a physical training center where you can learn content creation, AI content creation, video editing, social media advertising, graphic design, how to speak boldly on camera, and lots more? If your answer is yes, then join Mobet Media Academy May training session starting 25th to 29th of May. 5 days only. 9 a.m. in the morning to 3 p.m. in the afternoon for an intensive on-site practical training. All you need is your laptop, an iPad, or a tablet. Early registration fee is 75,000 naira and late registration fee 100,000 naira. Venue for this training is Briggs International Training Center, Jabi. To register for this training, call Mobet on 080-3384-6297 or 08108-225618. Once again, you can call admin to register for this training on 0803-384-6297 or 08108-225618. See you in class.
So we're back like we never left, because we never left indeed, yeah? Well, it's time for us to look into your voice and get your voice heard. Remember, this is indeed your family station, Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, where we give you an audio-visual television radio experience that you can count on anytime, any day. And guess what? We say this in strong authority because we have you at heart, yes? And we never take you for granted for anything else in the world. But we also put it out there, some of the biggest stories. I mean, APC primaries, 50 powerful reps among losers. That's a lot. I mean, before the first shot of the 2027 elections is fired, no fewer than 50 current members of the 10th House of Representatives will not be in the 11th House. And that is exactly what's going on. All right, well, as press time yesterday, no fewer than 48 All Progressives Congress APC reps have lost at the primaries. And that was held nationwide, and that's over the weekend, right? In case you didn't know as well, let us also put it out there, the fact that on kidnappings, the Senate has vowed to fast-track state police as IGP visits Oyo State. I guess this is coming against the backdrop of the Borno abduction as well as the Oyo abduction. Right. And I think you rightfully mentioned that this is spread already.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's already spread. I mean, the entire nook and cranny of Nigeria is experiencing kidnapping, terrorism right now in one form, one shape or the other. It could be cult activities, it could be community clashes, it could be, but all of it is always ends with abduction, and most of the time the unaliving of our brothers and sisters. Innocent brothers and sisters, because regardless of what that person did to you or anybody did to you, I mean, that's why there is a law, right? That's why there's a police. That's why there's a constitution. To ensure that things go rightly. But if we begin to abuse that and jump the broom on that and forget that there is a structure and a system that runs the country, I wonder what type of country we will indeed leave for not just our generation, but for the generations to come.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, Apostle Osalife.
Apostle Osalife on the line.
Good morning, sir.
Where are you calling from, Apostle?
Morning. God bless you. Yes, God bless all of you. For
Where are you calling from? Where are you calling from? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from
Talk to us. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So my take this morning goes like this. I wasn't too happy by some senators and former governors that are starting to continue, whereby they did not give us the result. Moreover, the person of their brother, Akpabio. Akpabio tell Nigerians that let them be protesting, let them be enjoying. That they will be paying, praying for the account of their fellow senators. And the Nigerian will be crying. But before the president will dream of a loan, Akpabio will sign that the loan. And they will we are not seeing the dividends of the loan that they are collecting. Insecurity everywhere. No power. I'm talking to you. We are using light to do our business, but there's no light. And they want to continue. Had it been that these people, they give us the result, if they are inspiring to continue, Fabio has served 8 years as a governor. He served as a minister 4 years. He served as a senator. He served after. All that slogan they said that our youth are leaders of tomorrow. They have abolished it. It's very uncalled for. Not that they are giving us results. Let these people repent from those wrongdoing they are doing. Thank you and bless you. I remain Apostle Osama, a.k.a. Mukenewe.
That's right.
God bless you.
Thank you, Apostle, for your contribution. You know, just last week, Friday, we asked a very pertinent question, bordering on leadership and elective position in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Should we adopt a single term for all elective positions? Because it's really mind-boggling that we have someone serve as a senator, as a governor, and wanting to go back as a senator. Like, what is the fate of the Nigerian youth? We're supposed to be the leaders of today and not even tomorrow anymore.
Should we adopt it? Some question. I really doubt we can. We will.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning, UD.
Good morning to you, my brother.
This is Abdul calling for Suleja, Niger State.
Oh, Abdul, welcome aboard.
UD, thank you very much for giving us opportunity to talk on this beautiful radio.
Appreciate that, man.
UD, I want to use this opportunity to call the callers, to greet the callers and listeners on this beautiful radio, especially my friend Salasi. UD, just like exactly what you are now. Do you believe that Lawas is going back to contest again? That is the what are they calling it? The former
Senate President.
Senate President. What are those kind of people looking for when they are youth looking for these positions? They refuse to give them the opportunity to do it. In fact, I'm surprised. And now I want to use this opportunity to talk to our youth, especially in this our Suleja UD. If you see what really happened on Saturday here, UD, as I'm talking to you now, I don't even know what to do. When they are conducting their primary for House of Assembly, that was Saturday. In fact, UD, if you see what happened, you will be surprised. Small boys, holding knives, stick and all the rest, destroying people's property. As I'm talking to you now, UD, they vandalized 2 of my cars.
2 of your cars?
One Corolla. Yes, one Corolla and one Camry. The car that does not belong to me. Because I'm a car dealer. You know, we dealers, they used to give us vehicles to sell. As I'm talking to you now, they vandalized my own too. In our car stand, they vandalized 5 vehicles. Where are we going, UD? So I'm using this opportunity to talk to the youth. They should be careful. These politicians, they are only fighting for themselves. After all this election, they will not know you again. UD, thank you very much. God bless Nigeria and God bless Ibu FM. Bye.
Many thanks.
Okay, it's not even a general elections yet. Just party primaries, and we have people taking laws into their hands. Okay, so we now have, thuggery, during party primaries.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In Lagos, somebody was shot dead. An unidentified man has been identified as unalived, at least first. Yes, has been identified as unalive, but unidentified yet, because they don't really know who he is just yet, at primaries. Somewhere in Lagos State. I mean, I don't know. APC. But anyways, let's take this call. Hello. Good morning to you.
Yes, I greet colleagues and I also greet the caller and every caller and every listener. This is Abubakar.
Abubakar.
Good to have you.
Welcome. Talk to us.
Yes, fine. UD, somebody writes election that, oh Lord, it's a very unfortunate situation.
Yes.
I feel the security agency, wherever any election wants to hold in Suleja, not a second primary election, it should be after ministry to be deployed in Suleja. Thank you very much.
All right, many thanks, though. Right, thank you, Abubakar, for that one, though. You are adding your voice to the voice of our brother out there. Well, let's go see what your messages read on Facebook, and we will get back and get to the WhatsApp portal messages. Keep in mind, this is Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Yes, we'll give you an audio-visual television radio experience you can count on anytime, any day. We say that strong authority, and we'll quickly take these messages.
All right, Hundu Stephen, that's Turkinby, I suppose, says, good morning, UD. I'm in One Day, Enugu State.
Yeah.
Is that the name of a place?
Yeah, One Day.
One Day. It says, watching you live.
I was shocked to myself. Yes.
It says, Baba Ahmed Hakim promised to work against the incumbent president, Tinubu. Tinubu is not mandatory, for any elected politicians to spend more than 4 years in office, especially if they failed, well, I'm just going to skip, some, sentences right there. I think Tinubu has performed, below past mark: insecurity, bad economy, persistent corruption, very harsh policies, too much borrowing that would take our children to pay, acute hunger, etc. If it was still talking about minimum wage of 70,000 naira, I wonder what that little amount can buy in the current economy. Our people can't return to the farms for the fear of being killed by suspected suspected herdsmen. Turkin Bihundu, thank you very much.
We don't even have savings. I don't have savings at this point. I'm telling you. I'm just letting you know.
Oh, I thought you had savings.
No savings right now, even at this time. So I can relate with what Turkin B is saying, and I'm sure that another listener can actually relate with what he's saying right there. But anyways, more conversations trending on here. Let's go see this one.
Suleiman Jibril says, good morning, UD, aka our radio bulldozer, watching you live from National Assembly quarters. Mr. UD, I want to use the opportunity to congratulate those who won, the primary elections. Even some states are crying that mago happened in some places. Open them so it... he even wrote in Hausa. I don't know. Okay, Suleiman, thank you so much for that message. But I really don't understand what you're saying, so I just have to pause it right there. Imam Musa Chori says, good morning, Nigeria.
Morning to you too, Imam.
Samuel Waize, that's Samuel from Kuje, says, congratulations and welcome to another new day and new week. Thank you so much, Samuel.
Thank you. Appreciate. Now, let's get to the WhatsApp and see what your messages read there. Oh, a couple of messages now. Samuel. Should we start with the voice notes?
I think we should start with the voice notes.
Okay, let's get with the voice notes first. Madam Almost says and we act. Let's get on with this one.
Good morning, UD, and good morning, the lady in the house. This is Antonetta from Kobo. UD, I don't understand. How can you be playing they should stop? The only thing where they help Nigeria for this, if I youth of Nigeria, now the only thing where they help us, now you want me to stop. Why would you do such a thing now? Why will you ask them to freeze borrowing airtime and data? I bet they should start doing. In fact, everybody that is praying that they should stop that thing, I pray Holy Ghost fire that person. Haba, 6% will they help us. I bet UD, no say that again. Let them no freeze. Let them continue. Thank you.
I think this is ironical, but anyways, no problem. It's okay.
Honestly, because I in fact, I'm not empty. Oh God, I was about to. Oh, let me hold my thoughts.
No, say.
I have borrowed, thousands. Oh, just 2,000 naira, by the way.
Oh, I've done 7.
Oh, 7?
I have done 7.
Wow.
I'm just telling you
and
how
I've been trying to borrow more.
You've been trying to borrow.
So no, I feel very bad about it.
No, you have to clear the debt first.
I ain't clearing that. Allow me to borrow to my satisfaction. I'm going to clear everything at once.
Good Lord. All right. I think that's the same thing. It's a mirage. It's the same thing that Nigeria, does. Every time we borrow, we say, no, it's not just 2,000. It's not just.
And they will give you options to borrow more. So what are you saying? They actually lure us into this
that's
trap.
Exactly what the international community is doing to us. No wonder we can just recently, Mr. President is running to the World Bank again for another loan. All right. So come on, we can pay. We're not running into debts, right? That's not our problem, I guess. But we don't have to borrow. That's what experts say on the front page. Okay.
Hello, Judy. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
How's everything?
Very well.
Maria?
My name is Godwin. I'm calling from Airport.
Awesome, Godwin.
The adoption of PPOs in Oyo State is so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate. What is really happening? This insecurity is something else. Like seriously, it's really a loophole on the side of the government. Right. This insecurity and power. These are two major loopholes in this government that they actually need to tackle. But I also think we'll get better. We'll surely get better. Thank you.
Okay, many thanks, my brother. And I think it's your first time. Let's just ring a bell for you right there.
And he even greeted me in my language like, it's not Eve, it's Eve.
Eve, okay, Eve. Hey, okay, let go.
Yusuf from Wuse 2, we see you. It says, good morning.
Good morning to you,
terrorists abduct over 45 Oyo pupils, terrorists abduct 42 school children in Borno, 17 policemen murdered in Yobe while undergoing anti-Boko Haram training. Trump and Nigerian government, announced the killing of ISWAP commander that had been declared dead in 2024, which some say is to cover up the horror, going on. Our politicians are busy conducting primaries while the country is under siege. They have not realized that we are witnessing a carefully planned, a careful plan, to gain territorial control of mineral-rich areas. The industrial, agricultural, and power sectors are already sabotaged, and our leaders are snoring. As far as I'm concerned, the time for lamentations on radio has passed.
Right.
The stage we are now is to proffer solutions, on how communities can defend themselves because our leaders have failed us. He says, have a nice day.
All right. Many thanks, Yusuf. And this one is coming from whom now? What's his name? What's his name? Didn't quite add your name right here, so I don't know how we could identify you in this conversation. All right, Akpabio, I think. Yeah, praise Akpabio.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Been a while. Praise Akpabio. Yeah, and he says, good morning to you, Mr. Yudi. Good morning, my senior brother, okay, from another mother. Your style of presentation is beautiful and you make broadcasting interesting. Thank you. All right, to the beautiful lady with the most tempting voice. Ooh. A beautiful morning to you, too.
Beautiful morning to you.
James Akpabio from Garakitu, Area 11, Abuja. Let's take that one.
All right, it says, ISIS commander finally killed. That is a great news no one is talking about. Let us learn to appreciate efforts that yield positive results and not just to condemn, even though there is still plenty to be done. Julius Abure will not rest until he completely destroys the Labour Party. For me, any candidate that will implement state police have my support.
Okay.
God bless Nigeria.
God bless Nigeria.
When he says we should learn to appreciate, are you holding forth for your elder brother, the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio? I've been asking him that question for the longest time.
Right.
Are you two related?
Alrighty.
Because I have a message I'd like to pass across to the Senate President.
Send my message to the Senate President. Anyways, though, we'll call it closing here, but thank you still for being a part of this one. It's been a great conversation, a worthy conversation, and we're most lively and happy to have you. At the 10 o'clock hour, of course, 9 o'clock hour, I beg your pardon, will be time for us to talk politics and current affairs. My name is Udwak Daniel.
I am Omo Ife Peace Osemere. I would like to know if the power sector is a scam. Indeed. Join us at the 9 o'clock hour.
No AC? No problem. We're cooling you down with the freshest hits. Eagles 102.3 Abuja.